Alrighty guys, so just take a look at this massive fireworks setup here. Now obviously these guns are pretty big, which means this is a 1-3 show, and we're going to show you everything involved in setting something like this up. And I'm actually here with the guys from Explosive Enterprises who are putting this awesome 1-3 show on for you guys tonight. So right off the bat, I'm noticing something on these racks because obviously they're extremely large, and so I see these things here. Now Adam, what are those for?
So we actually, when we move these out, they're pods. So we'll take 2 of these and we'll run a 2x4 through them, 1 on each side, and 2 guys can move these pods relatively easy. They're pretty heavy, but it makes our setup a lot easier.
Okay, because yeah, this is definitely a massive rack, and so I can't imagine that's very light.
No, it's a couple 100 pounds.
And now you guys are using the Cobra modules tonight, correct?
Correct. All of these will be 72Ms, and none of them have the onboard Qs. They're all slats, the 36Q slats.
So that's what you're seeing here on the sides of the rack. Now, why do you mount them on the rack like that?
For us, it's just easier. What we'll do is we'll pre-wire these pods before we get here and transport them pre-wired. No shells dropped, of course, but the wires are already there ready for us.
And these black cables here are what hooks up to those slats, correct?
Exactly. They're a 50-pin cable, and they're a Centronics cable. They work great for this application.
Very cool. Do you know how many modules you have out here tonight?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 72Ms. 6
72Ms.
And an Ignite.
And an Ignite. Now I want to take you guys back to this rack real quick because I'm noticing that you've got some screws here with igniters kind of looped around them. So what's going on with that?
So we put a screw at each tube in this case. Some of them we have a hole drilled, but these have a screw. And the thought is when the shell goes up, it's going to tear the E-match off right here. And we like nice, clean, tight wiring. It makes everything a little bit easier if we've got troubleshooting we have to do. So that's why we tuck everything in nice and tight like that. That, and we're transporting it wired, so we want everything to be able to come the 150 miles to get here.
Now, on one of the last 1-3 shows that I helped out on, we had a lot of fuse jumping on these 3 and 4 inch shells and whatnot. So I'm noticing you kind of tuck the black match down there into the tube. And so do you do that to prevent fuse jumping?
Well, it's 2-part. So 1, we do like clean wiring, but 2, here's where the E-match gets inserted on these. And you'll notice that on ours, we're going to face them down like that, so that if we get any sparks that come down from another tube, it's not going to jump fire and hit it. Also, these are PVC coated. They don't really go off. If we get a little spark on there, everything's just fine.
So do you have a script going, or is this going to be manual fire?
This will be 100% manual fire.
Okay, so you think you can time out these shells pretty good?
Oh yeah, I think we can do that. We're going to bounce.
You've done this several times.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the smaller displays we do. We're going to bounce between 3 and 4 inch shells. We're going to do some cakes. We've got consumer cakes as well as 1-3 cakes, so it should be a good mix of everything.
And so speaking of some of that consumer stuff, we actually have it over here and we can go show that to you real quick. Now, I wanted to ask you, how is this going to work? You've got 2 different firing systems out here. One of them is the Ignite, the other is the Cobra. And so is this stuff scripted, or is this also manual fire?
This is also manual fire, and it's some new Raccoon product that we brought in this year. We just got an entire container of Raccoon, and we wanted to see how some of that was going to perform. Cluster Bomb is awesome. We've shot that, so we knew we wanted that in the show. But other than that, it's partly for us too to get to do a little product testing.
And then I want to get you guys a shot just behind the consumer stuff here. You will notice this train that we actually parked here just in case the fireworks do tip. They're not going to hit anybody at the event grounds, which are right over there. Now, I'm noticing these 4 massive cakes over here. So what's going on with these bad boys?
These are actually a 5-minute cake assortment. They're shot in parts A, B, C, and D. And they've actually got connectors on them where you can see there's an in fuse and an out fuse, so you can actually connect the cakes to each other.
You could put them together.
You could. We're choosing to do separate E-match on each one so we can break them up a little bit.
Gotcha.
But as you can see, there's some pretty good angles on these as well.
And so these 4 large cakes are only taking up 4 of the Qs on this slat. So would you dedicate a whole module to just these, or?
No, so actually from that you can see we've got the cable going in, and that's just on bank A. And then as you can see, we've got another cable coming over, and we've got bank B here, which will go to the 3-inch kind of finale rack.
Okay, so and then this is the finale rack right here. And as you can see, it looks a little different than the other racks, but that's because with finale, you got to increase that pace a little bit.
Right.
Make sure all those shells go right around the same time.
Exactly. There's no delays really in this other than some green fuse here and there. It should be pretty well instantaneous. As you'll see, we've kind of got our lines here. We call them trunks. And why we do this is, let's say we were to have a shell blow out and it takes out this entire rack's not usable. All we do is come up here with a wire cutter, cut that, and then we don't have to worry about it setting off a shell we don't want to. It makes it just a little easier, and it's tidy, easy to clean up. And we've got, I made these, they're 3D printed slat holders, and we mount those to everything, and it just makes life a little easier for us.
Very cool. Look at those 2 guys over there. Do you know them?
Heavy D and the boys.
So just wanted to touch on this consumer stuff one more time. Now, I was actually able to get a glimpse of the Ignite app, and all of these cakes are named as to where their position is when they fire. And remember, this firing system is compatible with your phone. And then on the larger fireworks, so obviously the 3 4-inch shells, and then these are actually hooked up to the Cobra, but this is the command center. So you may notice the 18R2 remote is actually beyond this casing right here, and it's like put into this whole case. And then this thing right here is actually for an iPad or Android tablet. And so you put that there and you can actually see what firework is gonna fire next, which is really cool. And you don't get that on just the 18R2 remote, you gotta get the command center. And guys, just one more thing, because this is not a scripted show, there's not much more setup walkthrough I have to give you, and so we are just waiting for the sun to go down at this point, and we're gonna shoot off all of these awesome fireworks for you. And guys, I don't know how much good this thing is gonna do us, but at least we got one out here. All right guys, we got full continuity, everything's good. We got the Ignite firing system over here, and we are ready to go. So we're gonna start with the consumer stuff. So this is all being fired with the Ignite. Ooh, that's a nice one. I like that. That's a 200 gram?
Awake at Dawn by Raccoon.
Wow.
Viper strike.
Three more 200 grams.
The crowd's loving it, I can hear them.
Not bad for all 200 grams.
Yeah.
Miles of smiles, Raccoon as well. That's a nice 200.
Oh, there's a difference.
The crowd can definitely.
Yep. Jeez.
That's a nice cake.
This is a really good location for echo, my God.
What's that?
Eagle's Pride.
Eagle's Pride.
Next is cluster bomb. This one's got a fair bit of angle.
Whoa! Now we're talking. Oh my God.
How many?
Oh, look at that. Wow. Nice. So obviously we've started on the 1-3 stuff. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Whoa. Wow, look at that. Wow, that's a nice shell. is one of those cakes. It's a different decibel, my God. That was awesome. Jeez. Wow. Ooh, big fan of that one. That's awesome. Jeez. That thing had a break. Wow. Oh my God. I like that.
about halfway through.
Look at that fuse over there.
Yes, if you want, you can go play with it.
Look at the smoke ring. my God. Got another pig going. We got a fire over there. Got a couple of fires over there. Got the fires out. Oh my God. Nice. Well, guys, gotta hand it to you. Adam, that was really good. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, dude. Good job.
Well, I didn't really do anything.
Well, guys, it's been about an hour, and I just want to thank Explosive Enterprises for having me up here to witness this awesome fireworks show. You really got to enjoy these shells one at a time, and I think that's what sets this show apart from most other shows where there's a lot of sky puke, and I'm just so happy I was able to see this in person. And with that, we will see you all next time.